Spring training's in full swing with just about a month to go before the baseball season. The Yankees and Mets are ramping up. No shortage of storylines here, particularly with the Yankees. They have made headlines on and off the field with changes to the team and changes to some of the team policies. For more on this, I'm joined by New York Daily News sports writer Gary Phillips. Good morning, Gary.
Hey, good morning. Thanks for having me on.
You've been down in Florida. You got a close perspective on what this team is doing. We've seen the Juan Soto change. I want to pin you down. Is the Yankees roster this year stronger or weaker than last year?
That's the question everybody's asking, right? I think it's going to take a little bit of time to see if that's true or not. I think on paper, there may be a more well-rounded team, as great a hitter as Juan Soto was. He was not the best defender, not the best base runner. You could also say that about somebody like Gleyber Torres, who's no longer with the team. My biggest questions are what's left in Cody Bellinger's bat, what's left in Paul Goldschmidt's bat. Goldschmidt in particular, he's 37 years old now. He's coming off the worst season of his career. He could be an upgrade if he's what he was last year, actually, because Anthony Rizzo was just not all that great at first base. But are they going to give Aaron Judge and the rest of the lineup the type of protection and production that they need? Nobody's going to replicate what Soto does. Hal Steinbrenner said that he hopes Bellinger and Goldschmidt can do that. I think that's far-fetched, but if they can be productive players, productive hitters, absolutely. This team has potential to be more rounded and to be better. You've got some great pitching additions in Max Fried and Devin Williams. The defense is going to be a bit better, so they're focused a lot on run prevention opposed to run creation.
Do you think the winter was long enough that Aaron Judge can shake off a rough postseason? Does he come back strong?
I think he'll come back just fine. He's a great hitter no matter what. Obviously had a difficult postseason and has had some in the past, but I would still expect him, regardless of who's batting in front of him, batting behind him, to have an MVP type of season. He didn't have Juan Soto with him in 2022 when he won the MVP and set the record for home runs in an American League season. He didn't have Juan Soto in 2023 when healthy, it looked like he would have put together another MVP type season. So yeah, I still expect Aaron Judge to do Aaron Judge things.
Yeah, Gary, I think you may have some bias on this question as I look at the video of you. The team announced last week that they will allow well-groomed beards for the first time. Are you pro-beard or pro-clean-shaven?
So yeah, as you alluded to, I am pro beard. Not only for myself, but I do think it was a bit of an outdated rule that the Yankees had, and Hal Steinbrenner even used that word himself, outdated. I was very surprised when it happened. The alert came in on my phone, and it was kind of the same reaction that a lot of people had to the Luka trade. Is this real? Did somebody get hacked? Turns out to be very real. Hal Steinbrenner said this is something that he's been thinking about and discussing for years. And then you also have Devin Williams coming to camp this year, clearly not happy about the beard policy. There was a report day when he shows up with his full beard that he wore in Milwaukee. There's team photo days where he gets pictures taken and there's a light beard on his face. So it seemed like something was going on. Whether that was going to be the team getting upset with Williams or overhauling this policy, which it turned out to be the latter. We weren't quite sure at the time, but it certainly seemed like Williams was going to push this to some extent. And here we are now. And that's not to say it's all on one player, because Steinbrenner made it clear. He talked to other people. He consulted Judge. He consulted Garrett Cole, Giancarlo Stanton. But it certainly seems like the tipping point was Williams.
Gary, for those of us who can't get to Florida to check out spring training, we appreciate what you have done to keep us up to date. Thank you.
Thanks for having me on.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. For more stories in your communities, click the subscribe button right here. You can also download our app or watch us on TV for the latest news and weather updates every 10 minutes and more. We'll see you then.